Welcome Tamers, I am Blue Aura Master, bringing you here a fun casual match I had with a good friend of mine over a video call. We recorded our match before the release of BT14, so unfortunately we're not going to be seeing any new cards right now. We are hopefully planning to upgrade our decks in the future. For now, we hope you enjoy. So starting off, I am playing Loogamon, Sons of Chaos, and he is playing Commandramon DigiPolice. I started off by digivolving a Dracmon in the breeding and playing another Dracmon, hitting a Black Gatomon in setting it to the trash, so good setup for later. He, on the other hand, he has his decoy Commandramon and a on deletion Commandramon. He swings already with his on deletion Commandramon, and he does get deleted, and he's just gonna do his thing, reveal the top 3 and play another Commandramon. Here he decides to opt into the another on deletion Commandramon. I was wondering why he didn't play the high Commandramon, because it does count itself as Commandramon, but he just told me that he prefers to have that one on board, so we went ahead and just continued. And he's just gonna pass us with one, playing another decoy Commandramon, so already off to a rough start. Here I'm just trying to look for AG. One big problem of the Sons of Chaos deck is that if it doesn't get its Tamer, then yeah, we don't get to take advantage of all the upgraded effects, if you will, of our Digimon. So he just decides to keep swinging. He uses first his decoy Commandramon he just played and crashes into another Black Gatomon, just helping us out there, filling up the trash. And unfortunately, his on deletion Commandramon doesn't get deleted this time. He bumped into a Wisdom Training, so that's the end of that. And he decided to digivolve into Numemon on the off chance he was gonna draw Satsuki to play her for free, but he did not draw into it. So here I do decide to promote Loogamon, because I'm at the point where if I don't do anything, he's pretty much just gonna beat me next turn. I do decide to digivolve into Loogamon, but I don't have any targets to play from the trash, because he plays level 3 Dark Animals when digivolving from the trash for free. But if he had AG, I could have played a Black Gatomon, since it increases the level, the maximum level that I can play. So all I do is just play Miss Memory Boost to pass, and still no luck finding that Tamer. Here he's contemplating what he's gonna do. He digivolves into Cargodramon, so he can search top 3 and play another Commandramon on the field. This time one with cost 4 or less, which high Commandramon he can play without a problem. Trashes the rest. If his Numemon, if he had digivolved into a Sealdramon instead of Numemon, this game would have already been over right here and now, since he could have given rush to high Commandramon and just swing with all 3 of his Digimon. I don't run any security bombs in this deck. I just feel like the surging power is a lot more important. But anyway, it would have definitely helped out to survive another turn if that were the case. But no, right now with Numemon, all he gains is blocker. He does decide to attack. He did use the Missymon attack effect to gain another 2000 DP, but he crashed the Defender Loogamon. And again, the on deletion Commandramon does not get deleted. He actually helps us out a lot by giving us our AG that was stuck in the security. So we're pretty much set up to end this game soon. So here he's just gonna digivolve into Numemon again. And yeah, this time he did get the Satsuki, so he's just gonna mind link Satsuki and just play her for free, set up for next turn. That's just good enough, so he can play a Tamer for free, gain memory, and even grant jamming and reboot. But at this point, like, I could get rid of his Numemon, he would lose his Tamer right away, so yep, I digivolve into Loogamon in the breeding area. And now since we have AG, we can just go ahead and pop off. We already have 2 Black Gatomons in trash. So here I'll Mind Link, use Loogamon's effect to trash a card and gain a memory. And here I decide, well, here I have to use the Dragmon's effect to digivolve into Fenrir Loogamon in the trash. It lets me digivolve into any undead or dark animal in the trash, paying its cost. And so here, now that we have Mind Link with AG, we can play 3 dark animals, level 4 or lower. So we play our 2 Black Gatomons and a Fescomon blocker. The only real threat that we have to look out for is DCD Bomb, which can digivolve our Fenrir Loogamon and delete one of our Black Gatomons. So I pretty much have to go all out here. So I decide to alliance with Black Gatomon, 2 checks, and nothing appeared there. And we decide to swing again, this time alliancing with Blocker Fescomon, because I'm pretty sure he doesn't have anything that's above 14,000 DP in his security. The only risk right now would indeed be the DCD bomb, so we just decide to delete his High Commandramon and check his last 2 securities, which is another Satsuki and a Pride Memory Boost. So he just plays it on the field, and we just attack with Fenrir Loogamon again. So we managed to take round 1. Okay, so for round 2, I am the one going first. I digivolve into another Dracmon in the breeding and play Miss Memory Boost. Got 2 perfect hits, being AG and a Loogamon, because we have ways to recover them. Here he digivolves into, he plays his BT14 Commandramon, allowing him to grab any D-Brigade or DigiPolice card to his hand, and he gets to pick to put the cards back on top or the bottom, which he decides to put them on the top. Why not? He has very good targets there. And here he digivolves into High Commandramon, so already off to a better start compared to game 1. So now here I go again. I just digivolve into Loogamon and breeding again. I'm still missing my tamer, so I decided to set up a Blocker Fescomon to have some kind of defense in case if he's going to pop off. Now, considering that he does have High Commandramon, when attacks he can reveal the top 3 and play another Commandramon on the field, and even if he does run into something stronger than him, BT14 Commandramon's inheritable. He can just sacrifice the other Commandramon to avoid his deletion, to avoid leaving the field, so he can pretty much attack with no problem. So he does reveal top 3, and actually we were checking that High Commandramon can play any D-Brigade or DigiPolice with a play cost of 3. So he went ahead and played Satsuki, his tamer, for free. So that was just perfect. And well, he doesn't get deleted. He runs into Wisdom Training. The High Commandramon is pretty good. I mean, play cost 4. It just wins attacks. He just summons out another one. And playing the Satsuki, like, you don't have to always rely on Numemon to get her out. So putting those cards back on the top definitely did help him out. And speaking of which, he digivolves into Commandramon and plays out a Numemon for free. So he is definitely building his board quite fast, honestly, that even at this point he could win next turn depending on what else he plays. He just decides to play another on deletion. We'll play an on deletion Commandramon. Here I decide to promote. I'm still missing AG again. Well, I do have it in the trash, but right now with no way to get him back, I decide to attack with Loogamon, trash Hell Loogamon, and draw a card. I use Dracmon's effect to digivolve into that Hell Loogamon. I decided to go to security, attack with security, so I can try to chip him down. I run into a Satsuki. I feel like attacking the Commandramon wasn't a good option, since he can just protect himself twice and he can just delete his on deletion Commandramon and replace itself. So I feel like attacking him wasn't the best option. So I'll just pass my turn by playing Analog Boy, reveal top 3, add a Dracmon, trash the rest. And now Hell Loogamon's end of turn effects activate. I'm able to draw 2 cards, recover a Loogamon from the trash. And on deletion, it can trash up to 3 cards, delete a level 3 Digimon on his side of the field. and for every card that I trash, that's Dark Animal or Sons of Chaos, I can increase the maximum level of that deletion. So I just go for a Fescomon blocker, and I do decide to just delete his Numemon. Honestly, the other two felt like they weren't as big of a threat, as he could play Digivolve into another Commandramon on top of Numemon. And I just suspend Analog Boy to gain a memory and do another hatch, so try to pass him with as little memory as possible, but he has 2 Satsukis, and I still have 1 Digimon on my side of the field, so he's going to gain 2 memory, and he's pretty much set up. So he's right now contemplating what's his best move here. So he swings with his on-deletion Commandramon. It does get deleted. We'll check the top 3, and unfortunately this time he doesn't hit a Commandramon. He hits Sealzermon, Satsuki, and Numemon. None of them are valid targets. And speaking of Sealzermon, he digivolves his Commandramon into Sealzermon with jamming, and if he's able to digivolve it, he inherits that when another Digimon is played, another one of his Digimons is played, he can grant them Rush. He does use Missymon's effect to return 3 D-Brigades or DigiPolice back to the top. I think he's planning to set up. And he hits into Loogamon, but jamming, he doesn't get deleted. So yeah, this is a pretty interesting game compared to the first one. He's definitely building his board. I'm currently running out of options. I only have 2 more securities, and still with no security bombs or anything, so the only thing that could really help out would be if AG was in the security again. He decides to Mind Link with Commandramon to make sure he doesn't crash into another Fenrir Loogamon, since Satsui grabs him jamming and reboots. He does hit into Loogamon, but nothing happens. And he just plays another on-deletion Commandramon. So yeah, he pretty much has game next turn. And sadly here I wasn't able to build up a big of enough stack or do much here. He does reboots with Commandramon with Satsuki. I digivolved into Loogamon in the breeding. And here I did take a good few minutes to contemplate what I was going to do, so I had to skip a little bit here. So I just decided to use Wisdom Training to digivolve the Fescomon into Loogamon, excuse me. Here I really couldn't contemplate what else I could do, so I just decided to delete his Sealzermon to see what else I could do. I did manage to get into another Loogamon, so I can draw 2 and trash cards to delete either one of his Digimons, but it makes no difference because Commandramon does have all of his protective inheritables, so all he needs to do is delete his on-deletion Commandramon. And yep, since he stacked his deck with Missymon just a few moments ago, he was able to play another one. So all I do is play a Wisdom Training, use Analog Boy's effect to try to return turn, gain a memory, but at this point I don't have any blockers. I didn't have any, and yeah, all he needs to do is swing per game, and he takes round 2. And there was AG again at the last card of the security, so a moment too late, so he takes round 2. Alrighty, so for round 3, I decided to let him go first, since I usually tend to like the extra card, helps out a lot, and the memory that the opponent ends up granting at the start of the game. So this time he plays Defense Training, reveals top 2 cards, and oh man, he hits Numemon and Satsuki. Would have been nice to add both of those cards to his hand. I do my same thing as the past 2 games. I digivolve it to Dracmon and to Loogamon. Use Wisdom Training to search out, try to get my Tamer. And so he decides to promote his on-deletion Commandramon. Decides to digivolve into High Commandramon. This time I feel like he was in a good spot, so he decides to attack, and he managed to hit a decoy Commandramon. And the rest goes to the bottom. And there he is. He swings into AG at the start, so he's already helping us out a lot, since now he's at the top instead of the bottom. So here he decides to Digivolve into Loogamon so he can play out his Satsuki for free, just getting set up. And I mean, why not? Why not just play out your Tamer for free? Both of these decks are honestly very fun. Like, I like the idea of Mind Link, where you can just put the Tamer at the bottom Digivolution card of your Digimon. Sort of like hybrid, but you can pretty much like engage and disengage at the start of the turn or at the end of your turn to give your Digimon even more effects. It's honestly very interesting. Although for Loogamon it does thrive when you get your Tamer. And especially with Loogamon, it does need specifically AG. Can't be just any Sense of Chaos Tamer to gain its effects. But yeah, these are definitely two just very fun and very cool decks. How they span the board, how you need to set up precisely with your with specific cards, but at the same time, like even though as strong as they are, they're not invincible. You just need to know how to play around them. I did decide to go into Fescomon here. I shouldn't have played a Digimon because that just gives them a memory for free with Satsuki, but if I recall, I didn't have any option cards or anything else that I can play in its place, so I just decided to get some defense. But there I was able to draw some good cards and to trash some cards with Loogamon's effect, trashing 2 Black Optimons. So we have those ready for when I'm ready to go for Fenrir Loogamon. So we decided to delete his High Commandramon. He uses his defense training to Digivolve into Commandramon for just 1, and goes ahead to reveal the top 3 to play another Commandramon with cost 4 or less. And he does manage to play a Commandramon. So even though we got rid of one of his Digimons, Commandramon has no problem building up a board again. So here he decides to Mind Link with Satsuki, which grants him jamming and reboot. Honestly, two very good keywords to go together. And this time another AG comes out, so so yeah, we're getting all the Tamers this time. So this is definitely getting a lot of fun, getting very interesting. But always want to be safe when attacking, because he just doesn't want to go into another crash into another Fenrir Loogamon. So here he plays Black Maribos, and I'm not sure what happened there that I didn't even catch it myself. He reveals the top 4, but ends up trashing the rest of the cards that he searched out. I'm pretty sure he got confused because of the Commandramon's effect, but I didn't even notice it myself until viewing this footage again. It made no difference in the end, and honestly, we have some pretty great moments when stuff like that happens, so it was all good in the end. So right now we're still just getting more of our pieces set up. I decided to play Analog Boy, just search 3 and trash the rest. We're sitting in a pretty good spot. We have 2 blockers on the board. He does have 3 Digimon ready to go, but we're in a pretty safe spot right now. Here he was just asking me that since DC Bomb has the Deeper Gate traits, if he could return it with one of his effects like Missymon or for Darkdramon, and yes, since it specifies that it's just cards, not just Digimon, he's able to Digivolve into a Darkdramon for free, return 4 Commandramons and a DC Bomb back to the top to basically Digivolve it for free. So yeah, he is getting ready. I don't believe he had the Brigadramon in his hand at that moment, because if he did, he would definitely have the one-up on us, since granting all of his field blockers, but unfortunately, I think he drew into it a little too late. So all he does is play another on deletion Commandramon and uses Darkdramon's effect, where if you play a Digimon, you can delete an opponent's Digimon with the same play cost as it to unsuspend him. So he does unsuspend, swings, and goes into another Fescomon. That's just funny. He attacks with his on deletion Commandramon he had last turn, and reveals top 3 and plays another one still. So just a never-ending army at this point. Just one goes down, but another one keeps going on. And we actually missed another thing. When his Commandramon was deleted, he could have used his Cargodramon's Inheritable, where if another one of your Digimon is deleted, you can search the top 3 to play another one. Both of us missed that. It's an effect that we just really don't remember all the time for whatever reason, but yeah. But regardless, even without it, he does have a board of 5 Digimon already. None of them are blockers though, so we pretty much just need to make sure we build up our stack correctly, and just hopefully we don't run into any surprises like a DCD bomb in the security. So we went ahead and Digivolve into Fangmon using one of our Wisdom trainings, then evolve into Loogamon. And Loogamon lets us play a level 4 lower Dark Animal Sons of Chaos this time because we have AG Mind Linked with him. So we played a Loogamon. And we gain a memory off of the Loogamon's Inheritable. And so here all we need to do is attack since we're in the clear, no blockers. So I use Loogamon's effect to trash Friendly Loogamon, gain a memory, and that activates Baomon's effect to Digivolve into Friendly Loogamon. And even though the memory has passed over on his side, Friendly Loogamon is special that I can still retain my turn even though if the memory is on my opponent's side. I am able to retain turn like a reverse Tamer setter. So I can go ahead and just play out again my 2 Black Automons and a Fescomon blocker just in case if we run into anything. Alliance with Loogamon to go up to 18,000 DP and with a security attack +1. So we attack again, alliancing with Black Gatomon for another boost and security attack +1. Use Friendly Loogamons when attacking. I can delete a Digimon on the opponent's side of the field that's level 3 or lower, but for every Digimon we have on the field, we can increase the level by 1. So we can pretty much delete a level 8 that doesn't exist in the game yet, but we are able to delete his Darkdramon. It has no protection. Even if he used his decoy Commandramon, it wouldn't make a difference because we still have a Black Optimon with Rush, so all we do is just attack for game. So that was the match. Sons of Chaos win. Hopefully you all enjoyed. I am planning to record more matches in the future, hopefully with updated decks and with new products coming out. So if you made it to this far, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.